Deep Rock Galactic, the game of danger, darkness, and dwarves. But what if death? Something that I always feel is missing from this game is the constant reminder of our own fragile mortality. No matter how badly a mission goes, you'll always end up back on the space rig one way or another. So let's fix that, shall we? Introducing Deep Rock Dwarflocke, or Iron Dwarf if you don't like calling things Nuzlockes. Now, I realize the idea of a permadeath system in Deep Rock isn't exactly groundbreaking, but here are my rules anyway if you want to play at home. To start, any sort of mission failure will result in a save reset. This includes abandoning missions, getting left behind by the drop pod, and losing Doretta. The only way off Hoxies is the same way I came down. The class that I play will be decided by a dice roll. This will be the only class I'm able to play until the dwarf either dies or retires. Retirement opportunities, as I'm calling them, are only available around promotion time. Employees can either pay out of their contract with DRG and go home, or go back in for another round. This still results in a save reset, but it can provide the satisfaction that at least one dwarf made it out of the cycle of death. It also means I might get to play a new class. I'll be playing on the highest available difficulty, either Hazard 4 or Hazard 5 if I make it that far, and I'll be using the None UI option in the settings menu. Other dwarves are allowed to join in on missions, but only if they follow the same rules listed. And since I have no friends, I'll be running with Bosco. Finally, and this is a completely optional rule, name your dwarf. Personalize them. Give them a backstory, likes, dislikes, hobbies, goals, aspirations. Really make them yours. It definitely turns up the tension a little bit when this dwarf you've grown attached to is on the brink. It also makes for better content, but that's just for me. But with all that out of the way, let's get to our first dwarf. This is Oscar Peoplefoot.
Hello there.
A young dwarf that's average in about every way possible. The Peoplefoot family has no real deep history, and Oscar himself hasn't accomplished much in life. But now he's here to change that. Just as the dwarves of old did, Oscar is ready to brave the darkest depths and become a name worthy of the history books. Let's see how he does.
Here we go.
This is a simple mining mission. Deposit your quota of morkite into the mule, and we'll send a drop pod to get you out. Good luck.
Well, hey there, little guy. You seem pretty friendly. Maybe this won't be so bad after all.
We got a hell of a blip heading your way, team. Get ready.
What?
That could have gone better. Let's move on to the next dwarf.
Congratulations on signing on for Deep Rock Galactic, miner.
Brathford Big Toe. While the Big Toes are another family that aren't really of note, Brathford himself is different. Arson, murder, conspiracy, and high treason against the Dwarven Empire. Hoxies is his work program to begin reintegration into society. But both he and the adjudicators that sentenced him know what this really is. It's an execution. A death sentence. They don't want him to leave the planet alive. So I'm sure he'll do great. Brathford doesn't fear Hoxies like Oscar did. He knows that this is his fate. He's accepted that. Now he's just here to make the most of it.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up.
And make the most of it he does.
Come at me, you freaks of nature! Who wants a piece of me? Come on! Come, get some!
But Hoxies wants to make sure that he understands their relationship.
Swarm spotted. Buckle up. Contact imminent.
Hoxies is gonna have to try a little harder than that if it wants to put me down.
You're almost through the wave, team. Go, go! Objective completed. press the button on the mule when you're ready. We'll send the drop pod to get you out. Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes. Retrieving escape pod. The mule has docked, initiating launch sequence.
And despite what Hoxie's tried to throw at him, Bradford did not bend to the planet.
For a new recruit, your performance has proven more than adequate. Management believes you're ready to take on a new mission type.
With some resources in hand, he decides to get an upgrade for Bosco and give him a new paint job. It reminds him of the prison drones, and why he's here. His next mission gives him fairly little resistance.
Egg collection completed. Well done. Call the escape pod in when ready. The mule is secured. Initiating launch sequence. Deep Rock Galactic thanks you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without you. Extraction commencing. Good work. Well done. You clearly know how to use a pickaxe, but do you have what it takes to handle more heavy-duty mining equipment? Management has granted you access to on-site refining missions.
Before his next mission, Bradford drops the helmet for something a little more comfortable.
Oh, Oxys, we're gonna get along just fine.
All liquid Morkite has been processed and the
Rocket
cargo rocket
stone.
is fully loaded. All systems are go, just press the launch button.
The refinery was proving to be another simple task for Bradford. At least until he tried to leave.
Oh, no! Damn it! Get these damn bugs off of me! Whoa! Got that thing in a better spot! Come on! No! No! I'm not done yet!
Drop pod departing in T-minus 2 minutes. That's one to the books. Retrieving escape pod.
Hoaxy!
By strength of will or some dwarven miracle, Bradford made it off the planet again. But that's secondary to something else he just got access to.
Oh yeah! Ah! Get me another one of those! This is the best execution I could have ever hoped for. Get me another! To the fates that await us all.
Mission locked in. Powering up the drop pod.
I'm awake. I'm awake. How did I end up here? What the hell? Lesson learned. Only drink and fly on your days off. Let's head for the drop pod.
The mule is secured. Initiating launch sequence. Deep Rock Galactic thanks you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without you. Management believes you're ready for a tougher challenge, and you have been cleared for salvage operations. Don't disappoint them.
Whew, I could use a drink after that one.
Bradford refused to have his will broken by Hoxie's. It was only a matter if his body could keep up. He had a new calling in life. to break the planet, to tame the final frontier of the Outer Rim, and make it his new home. He sought to purify Hoxie's, and create a new world for dwarves like him, unrestrained by the laws and morals of the Dwarven Empire. He's a little fucking crazy if you couldn't tell. Even on the point extraction that left him with no ammunition and no hope for a resupply, Brathard refused to yield to the planet. And once again, he cheated death.
Rock and stone! How do you like that, you dirty bags?
You've made it this far without ending up Glyphid food, and management has cleared you for some of the most hostile regions of planet Hoxie's. Let's see if you have what it takes.
After a far less eventful refinery mission, it was on to...
Impeccable work. You're making good progress, and management have cleared you for escort duty missions. Lesser dwarves would not have made it this far.
Yeah, get him! Get him! Get that bag! Yeah!
The oil shale was being particularly kind to Bradford, and it wasn't long before he had the drill dozer rolling again.
Drill dozer moving. Everything looks
Rock
fine,
and
but expect
stone!
that to change.
Bradford worked frantically to keep the drill dozer repaired as they closed in on the Hearthstone, and as they entered the central chamber. The signals were jammed as Brathard made his final approach to the Hearthstone, but neither him nor the mule came out with it, and the drop pod was never called. The Judicators got what they wanted. Brathard never left Hoxie's, but to Deep Rock it came at the cost of some expensive equipment and a fine employee. But there will always be more to replace him.
Congratulations on signing on for Deep Rock Galactic, Miner, and welcome on board.
Wow.